I now call the President of the Senior Class Cabinet, Mr. Andrew Leffler, to offer the Senior Class farewell.
Good morning, and on behalf of the graduating class, welcome to Commencement 2011. They told me before I came up here that I should take a deep breath and look into the audience. It would feel me make a bit more comfortable, or make me feel a bit more comfortable. Probably should have ignored the second half of that advice. As I'm sure I'll never have the opportunity to speak before an audience of this size again, I'll start by informing you all that I'm currently single and seeking employment. .7. Now, while I could be referring to the average number of stairs climbed to class before breaking a sweat, the number of miles walked from where you parked your car to your dorm, or even the average number of dollars spent on Miller High Life at the Scaling on a Thursday night, I'm actually referring to the percentage of Americans, or the percentage of people in the world who hold a college degree. Now, while this statistic may be hard to believe, I can assure you that I Googled it, and then I re-Googled the number, so it must be accurate. And I know about half of you will be Googling 6.7% when you leave today, and the other half of you are currently Googling 6.7% on your iPhones, which should be turned off. The truth is that preparing to walk across this stage today to receive a college diploma is something that very few people will ever have the opportunity to do. So as we sit here today with mixed emotions, eager to become recent college graduates, remember that we are soon to become one of that 6.7%. And that as a result, the opportunities that lie ahead for us are abundant and endless. Now, being a member of that 6.7 club hasn't come easy. It's taken a lot for each of us to get here today. From application essays to requesting student loans, going to college is not one simple task. It takes commitment, dedication, and most importantly, joint access to our parents' bank account. And although it may seem like time has flown by, it was only 4 years ago that the class of 2011 set foot on Bentley's campus for freshman orientation in June of 2007. This was our first chance to catch a glimpse of what our lives would be like for the next 4 years. We dropped off our belongings into the dorms, learned about what Bentley had to offer, and met some of our classmates for the first time. We knew that college was about to begin, but it just didn't seem real yet. Fast forward 2 years, 2 months, to August 2007 for freshman move-in. Most of us arrived early in the morning in cars stuffed with everything from siblings to suitcases. Our parents helped us unpack, enjoyed food at the barbecue, and saw us off as we prepared for convocation under the library tent. We sat under the tent and heard all about what Bentley had to offer. We recited the Bentley beliefs and even learned some interesting facts about our classmates. We were told that the people sitting around us would eventually become our closest friends. As we sit here 4 years later, under that same tent in a different location, take a look at the people sitting around you. Have these people become some of your closest friends? Imagine your life without them today. As we look back on our last 4 years, each of us has fond memories of events such as spring day, homecoming, breakfast by moonlight, and hanging out on the green space as soon as the sun shines, which for New England area is generally only the first week in September and the first week in May. We've celebrated the achievements of many of our own Bentley sports teams, studied for exams, prepared for presentations, volunteered our time, and even led student organizations. With all of this, it proved easy to sometimes forget why we were actually here. Luckily, Thursday night spent at the Scaling helped to reinforce what being in college is really all about. The truth, however, is that being in college and being at Bentley are two different things. Sure, being at Bentley means obtaining a top-notch education from one of the best schools in the country, or even having the opportunity to participate in a senior trip to the Bahamas. But what makes Bentley unique and different from most other colleges across the country are the people that are here today. I've been told time and time again that when we surround ourselves with great people, we can accomplish great things. Luckily, for each of us, surrounding ourselves with great people has been nothing but simple these past 4 years. I've had the opportunity to meet most of my classmates who are graduating today, and I can confidently assure all of those in attendance that the 947 graduating students that sit before you today are some of the most intelligent, generous, dedicated, and driven students that this institution has ever seen. Each of us should be proud to be here today, proud of not only who we've become, but proud to be graduating from this incredible institution. I know that I speak on behalf of the graduating class when I say that I love this institution and that I could not be more proud to be graduating from Bentley University today. For most of us, leaving this place we've called home for the last 4 years will be difficult. Leaving our friends and not being able to simply walk across the hall may seem strange. And while not knowing what lies ahead in the years to come can be scary, I've been told by countless individuals that we have much to look forward to. Unfortunately, very few of these wise individuals have been able to put together a list of those things. So, like everything else that I can't find the answer to in less than 30 seconds, I Googled what to look forward to after graduating from college. Believe it or not, Google doesn't even have an answer to this one. So I thought about putting together a list myself, but I quickly realized that each of us have our own things to look forward to in life. And although the unknown is sometimes scary, not knowing exactly what our future entails should be exciting. Just like when we receive unexpected surprises, sometimes not knowing what is coming our way can make for the most rewarding experiences. As we prepare for our future and reflect on our time at Bentley, remember that we didn't get here on our own. We owe it to our family and friends who put up with us time and time again, our professors who shared their knowledge with us, and to the staff here at Bentley who supported us throughout the past 4 years. Most importantly, we owe the fact that we're here today to our parents. And although I'd like to keep the majority of this speech about the class of 2011, there are a few people in the audience that I cannot go without thanking. That, added to the fact that my dad threatened to hurt me if I neglected to mention my mom in this speech, I see it in my best interest to do so. I'm sure most of you have figured out by now that I share the same last name with the chief of police here on campus. And although I've tried to keep that under the radar for the past 4 years, and I've probably told you that it's nothing more than a coincidence, the truth is that that guy just so happens to be my dad. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Dad, for the support these past 4 years, and on behalf of the class, we appreciate the unnecessary parking tickets. There's another person here today that most of you haven't had the chance to meet, but I hope that someday you will. My mom. Growing up less than 45 minutes northeast of Bentley, both of my parents have had a tremendous impact on my past 4 years. But it was my mom that told me in life that everything happens for a reason. She'll probably also tell you that I never listened to her growing up. But little does she know, her lesson has served me well in life so far. As we begin to make decisions and plans for our future, following the motto, "Everything happens for a reason," is a sure way to find positivity in a potentially negative situation. So whether you've yet to receive a job offer or didn't get into the graduate school that you hoped, remember that everything happens for a reason. And later in life, you'll most likely be able to figure out why things played out the way they did. Thank you to my family, especially my grandparents here today, who truly believe that because I'm president of my class, that one day I'll be president of the United States.